shaving makes hair grow thicker. Specialists have tested this myth for decades, and the result stays the same every time. Shaving only cuts hair at the surface of the skin and does not affect the hair follicle underneath, which controls growth. Natural hair has a soft, tapered tip, but after shaving, the newly grown hair inherits a blunt, flat edge. This sharp edge feels rougher and can look darker for a short time, creating the illusion of thickness. In reality, your razor is simply shortening the hair, not changing its actual structure. If you're cold, you will get sick. People often think cold air itself creates illness, but medical experts remind us that viruses are the real cause. Still, cold weather can certainly weaken some of the body's natural defenses. When you breathe freezing air, the inside of your nose becomes drier, making its protective mucus layer work less effectively. This mucus normally traps viruses before they can enter deeper into the body. Additionally, researchers have discovered that cold temperatures slow down the local immune response inside the nasal passages, giving viruses an excellent chance to take hold. The situation is worsened by the fact that people spend more time indoors during winter, where germs easily move from person to person. So, while the cold doesn't magically create sickness, it quietly disarms your body before it encounters an infection. Everyone needs 8 glasses of water a day. The famous 8 glasses rule became popular long ago, but modern physiologists argue that hydration needs are deeply personal. The body constantly loses moisture through sweat, breathing, and even simple talking. However, the required amount of water depends on a person's weight, the weather, their diet, and physical activity levels. It is also worth noting that fruits and vegetables contain large amounts of water. Furthermore, our brain has a built-in monitoring system that triggers thirst exactly when needed. While water is essential, forcing yourself to chug massive amounts every day won't automatically make you healthier. Gray hair comes from stress. For years, people thought stress turning hair gray was just a dramatic movie effect. But biologists have managed to prove this connection. Inside hair follicles are special cells called melanocytes, which produce the pigment responsible for hair color. As scientists discovered, severe or long-term stress prompts the nervous system to release hormones that directly affect these pigment cells. Over time, some of these cells stop working properly and new hair grows back empty of color. However, genetics still plays the primary role. Some people start graying early without much stress at all, while others survive years of chaos and keep their natural color surprisingly long. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. The characteristic popping sound in joints comes from shifting gas bubbles collapsing inside the synovial fluid, which acts as a lubricant. Long-term observations of habitual knuckle crackers have shown no link between this habit and arthritis. One famous medical researcher even conducted a self-experiment. For decades, he cracked the knuckles on only one of his hands, but later in life, he found no difference between his 2 hands. The sound may highly annoy everyone around you, but your joints are definitely not falling apart because of it. Vitamins always improve your health. Vitamins are vital because they participate in thousands of chemical processes, from producing energy to supporting the immune system. However, doctors warn that more is not always better. Fat-soluble vitamins, such as A, D, E, and K, can build up inside the body if taken excessively. Over time, ultra-high doses of certain supplements can even damage internal organs. According to clinical studies, vitamins provide a real benefit when they correct an actual deficiency, not when they are treated like health potions from a video game. Antibiotics cure viruses. Antibiotics were designed exclusively to fight bacteria, living organisms with a distinct cellular structure that the medication can target. Viruses function completely differently. They enter human cells and use them to reproduce. This is precisely why antibiotics are absolutely useless against illnesses like the flu or the common cold. Unnecessary antibiotic use forces bacteria to evolve and develop resistance. Over time, dangerous superbugs will stop responding to treatment, leading to incurable infections. Taking antibiotics for a viral infection is not just ineffective, it's dangerous for the future. Eating after 6 p.m. causes weight gain. The human body does not suddenly transform into a fat storage factory right after sunset. Weight gain happens when your total calorie intake regularly exceeds your calorie expenditure over time. Late night snacking only got a bad reputation because people tend to choose calorie-dense, sweet, or fatty foods in the evening, combined with low physical activity. Eating a heavy meal close to bedtime can certainly ruin your digestion and sleep quality, but the clock itself does not secretly control your metabolism. Detox drinks remove toxins from the body. The human body already has one of the most effective and advanced detox systems. The liver tirelessly breaks down harmful substances while the kidneys filter waste and excrete it. Commercial detox drinks do nothing beyond what normal drinking water provides. Green smoothies may contain healthy vitamins from fruits and vegetables, but they cannot magically flush away the consequences of years of unhealthy habits overnight. Your organs are already working around the clock without needing glowing bottles with exotic names. Skipping breakfast ruins your metabolism. Breakfast became known as the most important meal of the day, largely due to early statistical studies observing that breakfast eaters generally had healthier lifestyles overall. Newer research paints a more flexible picture. As it turns out, your metabolism doesn't slow down or collapse just because you skipped a morning piece of toast. The body naturally adjusts its energy use throughout the day. Some people feel more focused and energetic after eating breakfast, while others naturally prefer having their first meal closer to lunchtime. What matters most is the quality of your diet, sleep, and overall daily activity, rather than the specific timing of a single meal.